Tasmania's Human Services Minister came under fire in Question Time today after the ABC aired allegations a for-profit provider had mistreated children with disabilities in its care. The Minister confirmed Total Support Services has previously been investigated by the department over care concerns. State political reporter Rihanna Whitson has this special report.
In Question Time, the Human Services Minister came under fire.
Allegations. I cannot.
Opposition parties grilled Roger Jensch about allegations that a for-profit provider contracted by the Department of Human Services had delivered inappropriate care to children with disabilities in its care.
Were you made aware that inappropriate discipline against children in Total Support Services care led to one teenager being hospitalised?
The Human Services Minister won't reveal any details, but confirmed complaints had been made against Total Support Services.
Interaction I had with the department last night made reference to a previous care concern that had been raised regarding this provider and investigated and resolved to the satisfaction of the department.
Evidence seen by the ABC shows children on care and protection orders have been sent to Total Support Services as a last resort since January last year. A government source says there's widespread concern within the department about the level of care provided there. And a social worker who can't be named for fear of being sacked says he's seen children deteriorate in the care of the company. He says in one case its staff contributed to the hospitalisation of a teenager in a psychiatric ward.
You know, the staff were picking on the young person, stating things like, "Why are you drinking that? Why are you standing there?"
The social worker said when the client became distressed, the staff sat on her and removed her from the clinical office.
TSS doesn't do the work the way it's meant to be done. They haven't got models of care, and so young people are being thrown into these makeshift situations.
The ABC can also reveal Total Support Services employed a former senior staff member from Safe Pathways, the for-profit provider that had 12 children removed from its care just 1 month before the department contracted TSS. The department warned the then Human Services Minister about the risks of using Total Support Services, including the potential for negative press because of Safe Pathways' involvement.
Due diligence processes are undertaken through established procedures by the department, and they have obviously, in the cases of this provider and its current operations, they have met those requirements.
You would think that the government had learnt its lesson after the Safe Pathways scandal. We should not, as a community, be placing at-risk children in the hands of companies who are driven by profit.
The Minister needs to ensure that these allegations are investigated as a matter of urgency.
The Minister says the allegations will be investigated, but it's unlikely details of any investigation will ever be made public. The government's review of Safe Pathways, completed last year, has never been released. Those in the sector say without appropriate safeguards in place, the same mistakes are bound to be repeated.
There needs to be an escalation of the priority to get standards around out-of-home care in Tasmania. We're one of the few states without those standards. And until we have them, we haven't got a framework to go in and monitor and check on the well-being of children when they are in out-of-home care.
TSS has declined comment on the allegations, other than to say they're inaccurate. Rihanna Whitson, ABC News.